Q popped here just then. I was just messing around with some bots. That's really fun. The build just like melts everything and has like insane survivability with PU. Like since the toughness isn't that high, we can just stealth away and re-engage the fight. Also, just a quick tip here, so your pistol stun lasts long enough for you to cast your Scepter 3 as well, so you can get more damage from that, and it's like a guaranteed proc. Oh, it looks like the Q didn't actually pop there. But I'll show you what I mean here. So you can just pistol 5, then immediately Scepter 3, and it gets the full cast off. And then you can block with an attack, and get your Chaos Storm down and Shatter, and just melts targets like that. I'll also, in the intro there was a clip of it, but the stomp where you phase retreat then blink back in, I'll try and show that off while I'm in the match. Let's see, it depends on when the Q pops here. Just wait till the thief respawns. So your initiation is just pistol 5, Scepter 3, and then Scepter 2, and then get the rest of your illusions off, and then your shatters one by one. Okay, I'll do the stomp here in a minute. You have to wait till phase retreat's off cooldown, but you start stomping, phase retreat, and then blink back in here. You get a stomp. So this works for like the ranger stun won't hit you, the guardian knockback won't hit you, the warrior rock won't hit you. What else will it work for? It won't work on Ellie, won't work on Mesmer, won't work on Thief, and the engineer also. The engineer pull won't hit you, it will hit your clone that you've created from phase retreat. The Necro Fear will still hit you if he's targeted you, but you can decoy if you're stomping a Necro anyway. Like, Necros can't do anything about that. Q popped again, cool. Hopefully people accept this time. Okay, let's see. There's like one guy queuing up who just purposely doesn't accept. Or not. Okay, Legacy of the Furfire definitely is the best for this build. Like, you can solo Lord as well, just with the massive condition burst and kill like all the guards. But I don't usually go for Lord unless we're really far behind. Okay, cool, got the map. Yeah, also this, you can do a lot of things on this map with phase retreat. Also, when you're really good at using phase retreat, you can look up Lord Helseth is a Mesmer that's really good at this, but you can phase retreat forward if you turn your camera around and then phase retreat and then turn it around again, like you've moved forward a certain distance. It's 600 range, by the way. But so you can do this while running as well, just to get more mobility. Just there like that. I moved forward like about here, from there to there, and that's just, that all adds up. Oh, I messed it up there, but yeah, you get what I mean. So that just takes a lot of practice. It's like quick twitching skills. Yeah, and good timing as well. Now let's see who we're up against. Why does this always come up now since the patch? It always has a little thing on it whenever you change maps. Okay, we're versing a guard, 2 necros, a ranger thief, so these guys are like all squishy basically. So this build could do well for us. Necros have a lot of Condi removal, guardians don't have that much, rangers have a lot, thieves have a lot. But we should still do alright. We just overload people with like 5 different conditions and they can't clear all of them unless they're a guardian. Most guardians run burning now. If you see more than 2 guardians on a team, you should spec for torch just because of the burning now. And the torch clears a single condition like the 1 stack of burning they put on you. If I was up against our team, I'd spec torch. Oh, looks like we have 2 people in a party against 5 pugs. I'm gonna start mid on the build always and then float around +1ing fights.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
I did it that time, cool. I usually start with decoy, it just depends who comes mid. I'll wait. If you see no one mid, usually means they're hitting straight far. Yep, like that, like so. We sent no one far, that sucks. They sent a Necro and a Guardian, a Signet Necro, what the fuck? I'm gonna go after this guy actually.
You've lost the quarry.
This guy's really done.
You lost the waterfall.
Okay, he popped a plague form there. That was bad for us. I'm just going to ignore that for now. Looks like there's a thief on point going down. They left me out of a fun fight. How sad. Chaos Storm has massive range though, so we can just drop that over there. Right on them. There, get the Guardian down. Try and get the pistol off on him. A block or two, maybe. Out of range. We still got him, actually. Okay, Guardian's on me. Yeah, we should have run Torch. We shouldn't have pursued that fight there. That was a bad idea. This guy's eating conditions, though. If we crit there, we could have got him down. So low. Crap. But yeah, when you face Guardians, having Torch just wins you the whole fight because it just removes all their burning and you get a free disengage. Are we red?
You've captured the
Or
quarry.
blue? We're losing at the moment. Home looks good. Mid looks not good.
The waterfall is yours.
This is bullshit. Whenever you die or change maps, the thing comes up. You haven't unlocked a trait. How's far looking? There's a thief over there. I think their ranger might be AFK. Or not, he's over there. Okay, the Necro can't do much about our damage, so I'm
You've taken the graveyard.
gonna go for the Necro here. Block him there. Okay, we just got Condi bombed by the Necro there. That's bad. He's gonna go down as well.
You've lost the quarry.
Hopefully he dies before us. Just kill him. I'm getting hard rezzed. Okay, I got rezzed. I should have popped my F4 shatter there. I didn't get the rally even. I was down from before. But the thief's really low here. This cow whisper guy might kill him. Thief is down here. Necro's about to go down. Okay, home looks like they have an enemy guardian, the burn guard. Against our guardian. Guard vs guard fights are so fun, like, right? That's so good. Okay, there's a Necro here as well. Our guardian's gonna go down soon. I'll try and mass invis him, or not. Okay, let's get the Scepter off on him. Oh, he just spun for no reason there. Got the shatters and then he's down. I'll do the stomp on him. Our specialty stomp. There we go. Necro popped the plague again. And see the Scepter 3 hits like 4 to 5k. Even in a condition build, which is quite insane. We can just stomp with distortion there. But yeah, this is good for pressuring any target. You open with these two, and then pistol 4. And then block if they come. Oh shit, Necro. Okay, gonna daze him there so he can't do anything. I'm gonna try and get Chaos Armor here again. And then pressure him.
You've taken the graveyard.
Okay, we got the block off there. And the Torment just ticks for massive damage. And he failed to interrupt us anyway.
The waterfall is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna head mid now. Looks like mid's having troubles. Shit, we don't have Condi cleanse. Okay, mid's not having trouble, so there's just a burn guard there. And a thief. He's there. I know thieves, I play thieves, man. This guy thinks he can trick me. No, he can't. Okay, maybe he can. He's just gonna go down to conditions anyway. The burn guard headed home, and we sent someone to Lord who just instantly died. I'm gonna maybe pressure far. They're gonna come mid actually. So yeah, when we're in a gridlock position like this, you mainly just float between points like I'm doing. Yeah, one of their players DC'd, I think that was the Ranger. We have a down on far again. Just waiting for them. If they're all gonna rush far, we can just farm them.
Let's get this over.
Okay, yep, they're just gonna rush far.
The waterfall is yours.
Pop stealth when you initiate. He wasted his whole thing on the clone. I'm gonna mass invis here. That could have ended badly. Thief's gonna go back. Or not. An interrupt there. Gonna pressure the Guardian. Okay, he popped his renewed focus. The thief is still back there. I'm just gonna look out for the thief. How's that Guardian so fast?
Base is under attack. Your base is under attack.
Oh shit, I'm getting shot on by the Burn Guard. I have to heal up here. Pressure him. Okay, we got him there. Gonna blind. Yeah, so even there, that stump, just you can blind a Guardian stump or any stump that CCs you there. So yeah, that was the build. Condition, Mesmer, PU, spec. Great for team fights, good for +1ing and roaming. And looks like we got a good win there. So yeah, that's the build. Thanks for watching and enjoy. Remember to subscribe, and more stuff like this is coming soon. Hey there Mesmers, this is another Guild Wars 2 Mesmer PvP build guide and gameplay, and with more clips of the intro. So this time, instead of Shatter Up Mesmer, like in the previous video, we're running Condi Staff and Scepter Torch, or Scepter Pistol or Torch, depending on how we spec the build, but I'll get into that later. So the main things we run is just Staff is the main weapon, and Scepter or something in the offhand. So on Staff we run Bursting Sigil, of course, for the condition damage, which actually helps a lot, and Doom for the extra poison, which actually lasts quite a long time. It's basically permanent. Then Bursting again here for the condition damage, and Leeching here for the lifesteal, and just not bad damage. Then for the rune we run Rune of the Undead for the toughness mainly, and it gives condition damage as well, but this build really lacks in toughness, and you get a bit of extra condition damage from it too. Then Carrion Amulet, of course, for main condition builds. We don't really need to run anything else. If you search condition here, Rabid gives you no power, and you don't need to crit with this build without power. This gives you no toughness or vitality, and this you don't need healing power, so Carrion's the best one. Then into the traits here, we run Illusions. So Illusions is basically the trait line for your illusions and condition damage skills, basically. So the minor trait is all shatter skills inflict confusion on hit, and this is 4 seconds. It's really nice. So, and this is for like if you have 3 illusions, it will give you 4 confusion because of illusionary persona, but it's for every shatter skill. So that's a really good trait there. And then the pledge, so this is the skill I was talking about. So torch skills remove conditions. If you feel like you're versing a condition heavy comp, or just you're lacking condition removal, you run torch offhand, but if not, you go for compounding power. So you get 3% damage increase for conditions, a 3% damage increase in total. So, and this is with like 9 with 3 illusions, and then 150 condition damage, which is really nice. And then reduces recharge and illusion summoning skills. This works for decoy. This works for phase retreat. This works for your Phantasmal Duelist, and your Staff 3 as well. So then all shadow skills inflict torment on hit 6 seconds. So this is just 1000 damage from this one trait, and this is for one shadow. So if you have 3 illusions, once again 4000 damage, and you'll be spamming all your shadows whenever you can anyway. So you really get value from this trait. Then Confusion you inflict lasts longer and reduce recharge of shadow skills, so all your shadows recharge quicker, and this lasts longer, your F2 lasts longer, your Scepter 3 lasts longer. It's a really good trait to have, especially since it's a minor trait. Then Malicious Sorcery, you could run Master of Fragmentation, but you don't really need to with this build, and Ineptitude has a 10-second cooldown per target. And so yep, this increases your Scepter attack speed, so this hits really fast, and it just reduces the cooldown on your Scepter skills. Then onto Chaos. So Chaos is mainly like a staff trait line that specializes in tankiness. So then gain regeneration when your health drops below 75%, so that's just a nice little minor trait there. Master of Manipulation, so your blink recharges faster, and nothing else here is really worth taking. Then gain protection when you gain regeneration, that can be from your Chaos Storm, your Metaphysical Rejuvenation trait, or your Prismatic Understanding procs, but anyway. So then this is a really good, this is the main staff trait for the build, so Chaos Armor grants protection, and Staff and Trident skills recharge faster while you have Chaos Armor. So this is just a classic Chaos Armor skill that gives you Chaos Armor for 5 seconds, and then you have an Ethereal Field which can give you Chaos Armor in many ways. So then Chaotic Persistence, so every boon on condition on you increases the duration for your boons and conditions. It's a bit of a weird trait, but you'll see how it works. Then Prismatic Understanding, you could run Chaotic Interruption, but it doesn't really do any damage, and whereas this gives you a lot of defensive capabilities. And so every second you're in stealth, it gives you a boon, and your stealth durations last a lot longer. So this is 6 seconds, 10 seconds, and with Torch it's also 6 seconds, but yeah. Onto Duelling. Duelling is your main line that like every Mesmer has to take, thanks to Deceptive Evasion being Grandmaster. But so whenever you crit, you gain Vigor. This doesn't really work for the build since we don't really crit very much. This is a great pistol trait, so whenever you interrupt a target, your pistol skills recharge 33% of them, and they have chance to bleed on hit. Then Illusions inflict bleeding on crits. That's not too bad, but your illusions don't really have crits. Then Blind Foes whenever you shadow, so this is like any shadow skill once again, so this is great for stomping, great when you see a big attack coming, Earth Shaker, just pop a shadow really quick, but this is like a really great trait, has no cooldown. Like this would be really bad if it had like a 5 or 10 second cooldown, but right now it's really, really strong. You could run Evasive Mirror, but no, not for this build. Then this is your Perma Fury trait, so whenever you strike an enemy below the health threshold, you gain Fury for 5 seconds with a 5 second cooldown. Then Deceptive Evasion, of course, dodge. When you dodge, you create a clone. Every Mesmer runs that, every Mesmer knows that. So the stats, the power is not too bad, not too high either. Toughness isn't too bad, 2000 here, and you get more toughness from the staff trait as well. Then high health, 25k. The condition damage is extremely high, 1.7k, and I'll show you the utilities and some rotations. I'll start on Scepter. So Scepter auto attack gives torment, and your clones also do this, so try and dodge. When you use Deceptive Evasion trait, try and be in Scepter so your clones do this. And so that's good. This is a great block that puts 5 stacks of torment, which is about 7k damage, on a target when you block, and if you don't block, you can just blind a foe. But if you see a big attack coming, just proc this really quick and get a block off. Then this is one of your main skills. It actually hits insanely high for a condition build, so you get about 3 or 4k damage off, and you get 6 stacks of confusion, which does high damage. Then your pistol phantasm bleeds, and it just pressures the target from a range. This is an interrupt which can bleed as well, and puts confusion, blindness, stun, and daze on everyone. It's mainly for the interrupt, but can also be used for conditions. Ether Feast, of course, you could run Mirror, but Ether Feast is just too good for the build not to run. Then Blink, Manipulation, every Mesmer has this. 1200 range Blink, and Stun Break, Then decoy with this build, 6 seconds of stealth, also a stun break, really good for reinitiating fights or getting to places faster and more safer. And safer, I should say. Then this like trait slot can be really swapped out for anything you want. If you're having trouble with conditions, take Mantra of Resolve. If you're having trouble with Reflex, take Feedback. More condition removal here. Portal if you're in a really good team comp. Veil's not too great, to be honest, but you could take it. But this is mainly for the condition damage, and only use it if you have to, because the stun is not that good, and you'll be spending 45 seconds without this extra condition damage. But just, you need to keep this on passive all the time, pretty much. And then Mass Invis is 10 seconds stealth to all allies, and it has a 72-second cooldown, which is quite good. So that's just like a great skill. You don't really run anything else. You could run this Signet for the Moa, but I hate Moa. I'll go on to the... Okay, so on Staff, your auto attack just gives you small boons, minor conditions out, but it all stacks up with your clones. And then Phase Retreat's a big leap backwards, so if you see someone attacking you or just cleaving you, you can just Phase Retreat backwards, and this also works while you're stunned and anything like that. So for example, if a warrior like Shield 4 eviscerates you, just Phase Retreat and it'll go on your clone. And this is just a Warlock skill that hits really high based on the amount of conditions they have. And just a base Chaos Armor skill, and then Chaos Storm, which interrupts targets, gives you boons and puts conditions on them. This is great for pressuring points. And you can use Phase Retreat out of it to get more Chaos Armor, which gives you protection and reduces the cooldown of your staff skills. Then onto your shatters, Mind Rack, still decent damage even for a conditioned build, puts Torment, Confusion and Blindness on your target. This is the main shatter for our damage in the build, as it gives massive confusion and more conditions. This is just for interrupting, but it still gives conditions as well. You want to try and use it if you can. And then save this for when you're stomping, or if you absolutely have to just get a few more conditions out on a target. So yep, those are the traits, that's the build, these are the weapons, utilities, everything. You can swap this pistol out for torch if you have to, and then trait for the pledge. But yep, I'll get into a game now and show it off some more. See you guys in a second.